And we're live. Hello, hello, everybody. Let's get some music going. Royalty-free music. And we're live. Oops, of course I hit the wrong button. Rip that back up again. Stream beats. And we're playing some hi-fi. There we go. All right, hello, hello. Just give it a minute or two for people to jump on and join us on our live stream. Today is going to be an easier day. Music's a little low, that's good. Put my headphones back here so I can hear them, but they don't get picked up by the microphone. Yeah, so we had a whole slew of new users coming in. So with that, we're just going to go over some of the basics. Show some people some new stuff. Well, maybe new to them, not new to us. Us old hats. If you have any questions or concerns, we got our meta experts in the chat. I'll also be answering questions. So this is a live Q&A. Anything regarding MetaTailor. Yeah, we'll just give it a minute or two. We're live. Let people join. Hop on. All the notifications were just sent out. But we're just going to be sticking around in MetaTailor. I'm not going to be jumping into Maya or anything like that like we have in streams past. Where's my chat? There's my chat. Makes more sense over there. Perfect, perfect. All right, we got a couple people hopping in. Welcome, welcome. It's going to be an easier stream today, lighter stream. Coming off the holidays, we had a whole bunch of new users sign on, so this is catered to you, new users. And of course, it's a live Q&A for our past users or people who are a little bit more professional or experts in it. So feel free to ask your questions, concerns, anything like that. Don't miss the holiday sale. It's still going on. We just dropped it in the chat. Holiday sale pro, it is 100% worth it. $268 for a whole year. Whole year of pro. That's less than 1 month of Maya. Maya is ridiculously expensive. It's like inappropriately expensive. So this is way worth the value compared to other DCCs and stuff that's out there. So definitely worth it. Jump on that holiday sale. Become a pro user. Do what I'm doing. All right, we'll just give it another minute or so. Like I said, we had a whole bunch of new users, so keep an eye out for any questions. Drop any questions you have in the chat. I'll be answering them. Our meta pros are sitting in there answering them. Last week, we had a lot of fun. Go back and watch that stream. We made some Marvel Rivals outfits for Wolverine and Star-Lord. Been still addicted to Marvel Rivals for this last week. That's been fantastic. So go back and watch that stream. This stream, just keeping it easy. Starting a new project, playing in the marketplace, creating some fun creations. Making some neat outfits with what we have. Yeah. All right, we got a handful of viewers. That's awesome. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into it then. I've already got MetaTailor pulled up and ready to go. So if you're just joining us now, if you're hanging out, this is just a messing around in MetaTailor stream, playing around in the marketplace, adding outfits, playing with dynamic layers and physics, just seeing what's available to us at a surface level if you join Pro, because there's a sale going on right now. Join that sale. The link has been dropped in the chat. Get the Pro version. Do what I'm doing. The free version, absolutely fantastic. It has so much usability. The Pro version somehow knocks that up another level. It exponentially gets better. So absolutely worth joining the Pro. We had a whole bunch of new users join in around the holidays. I'm sure everybody got a little extra cash. Joined us. So this is for all of you new users. We're going to be going over just kind of using MetaTailor, the basics of MetaTailor. So I have it installed. I hit check for updates. I ran it. It's open, it's ready to go. This is our homepage. This is where we play. So in here, you've got a couple options. You got to import projects, which if you are interested in this Star-Lord project, I do have that project to share. You just got to send me a chat in the MetaTailor Discord, and I can send you this version of Star-Lord, this whole outfit ready to go. But you can import a project, you can hit new project, join our community, make sure you like and subscribe down below, hit that bell, get notifications on these streams. These streams run every Saturday, right around 9 o'clock, depending on the view, just depending on where we're at. So that's Central Standard Time. Join our Discord. We have an amazing Discord community where we have offered tons of support. If you have questions, we try to answer you right away and just get you the help you need so you can get those projects done. All right, let's go ahead and hit new project and start something new. I'm just going to leave it as, we'll call it Saturday stream. I might change the name later because I don't know where we're going with this just yet. Let's go ahead and hit confirm. All right, and the 3 characters you saw in the thumbnail were the Kakashi that I thought was amazing. We got a YouTube video of that guy. We've got the astronaut, which is one of our favorites to play with in stream. And we had, like I said, Star-Lord from last week's stream. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and hit design. So this is the main page of MetaTailor. This is where we create. This is where we download what we want to work with. We've got our default avatar. And if you wanted to change your avatar, you just come over to either My Content or Marketplace and choose avatars. I've got a whole bunch. I'm going to click on my Content and avatars. And mine are more YouTube safe, or at least they were. This Bernice, actually that one's a fun one. It's in an A pose though. This was from one of our previous streams. Let's use Bernice. So this is actually a metahuman I brought in from Unreal, one of our previous live streams. I went over how to do that. I'm plugging a lot of our previous streams this time, but hey, it's a lot of fun. We do a lot of stuff on these Saturday streams. So this Bernice is just a metahuman I brought into MetaTailor, and let's go ahead and just add some elements to this character right here. So I'm gonna go to my Marketplace. The first thing I'm gonna add is some hair. Let's go ahead and go to Marketplace. Let's go by category. Oops, all. Sort by, where's my categories? Clothing, category, all, hair. Got a handful of different hairs you can add. You can see there's some shoulder length hair. This Frostwave beanie is pretty cool. I think that would be neat. I've got some hair of my own as well under content. You can see I've downloaded some hair and installed some hair. Give her Vegeta hair. There's the Kakashi and the Akuma hair. You know what? I'm going to go back to the Marketplace hair. Like I said, I like this Frostwave beanie. Let's go ahead and hit apply. All right, you hit apply, and it works. It just works. That's fantastic. So that means was that really that fast? Did I already have this one downloaded? Yeah, I already had that one downloaded. That's why. So I already had that one ready to go in my Marketplace. It was just showing me in here. So that one was ready to go. But look at how quickly that one applied. And the neatest thing about this is anything in here works for any avatar. You can bring in your own content, and once you set it up, it works for any avatar. We got lots of YouTube videos on how to do that, how to bring in your own content and set that up. You don't have to use what's in the Marketplace. The Marketplace is full of amazing pieces, but you can bring in your own, export your own, and it just works for any avatar as soon as you set it up the first time. It takes that dumb mesh and just turns it into a smart mesh. So we've got hair on our character. This really cool beanie right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at some outfits. We got to explore. We're looking at clothing. Let's go ahead and start with shirts. Shirts. What kind of shirts we have? All right. Feel free to drop any questions you have in the chat as we go along. So I don't want any of these wasteland ones. That one could be neat. But I'm just I don't even know what outfit I'm going for. So this one right here, it's interesting. You can see the Megi bra, the Megi shirt, the casual sleeveless. They all have different icons, and that's because these are created by Sadie or Sade, one of our users. You can apply to be a creator, a content creator, and put your content into the Marketplace and sell it and make money off of what you create in our Marketplace. There's a whole link online on our website that you can go in and become a creator and sell your clothing here. So Sadie is one of them. Sadie is a huge user. They put a lot of stuff up in here. I always love grabbing some of their stuff. We got some underwear, MAA armor. Let's go ahead. Let's grab this kind of dirty shirt. And I'm going to go ahead and hit try on just to kind of show you the options that you have. So even though it's $150 for this shirt, everything in MetaTailor you can try on before you buy to make sure you like it for your avatar or whatever you need, which is an amazing feature. I can hit try on. And look, it just works. It's tucked her hair into her shirt, which is a little strange, but that's a really easy fix because over here we have the dynamic layers. The dynamic layers is how you alternate or shift stuff around and move it. So I can drag this shirt underneath the hair and that hair gets pulled right out of that shirt. And now she's kind of wearing this dirty shirt. And so you can see your character in it. You can go into your viewport settings. You can animate your character in this shirt. I can do a catwalk. You can see how that looks on your character. Go back to our bind pose, pause. But you can see that it's all ready to go. And it highlights it. Hey, you haven't bought this one yet, but you can see it on your character. So I'll leave that on for just a moment longer before I go to something that is not money. Let's go ahead and add this jacket. I like this jacket kind of combination. Must be a big one, big file type. All right, hello for all of you joining us. Today's stream, we had a whole bunch of new users. We're just going through the basics of MetaTailor. Maybe you'll learn something, maybe you won't. We're just creating a cool outfit based off, I'm using this Bernice MetaHuman that I loaded in a previous live stream. All right, there's the jacket. That looks really comfy, cozy. I kind of like that it's over the hair. It tells a different story. You can kind of design your character with that. This over the hair feels like they kind of just threw it on. This is something like, I would just imagine them sitting on a couch, throwing this on, trying to keep warm. They don't care where their hair is sitting. But if we wanted to change that, just drag it down below and that hair is sitting back up on top. This gives the story that the character cared a little bit more. They pulled their hair out, they kind of sat it on top, they played with their hair, made sure they were looking a little bit more presentable. So it just tells a different story if it's tucked in or not. And that's just all available within the dynamic layers. I think it's so cool. All right, so those two, I can kind of show you those. Like I said, those are by city. You can always see who it's by or anything like that. Let's go back to our content browser and let's go by, oh, there's become a seller right there as well. All right, let's go ahead and close out of these two. I'm going to just delete them out of my dynamic layers. Like I said, I'm going to try to find some stuff that is part of the MetaTailor marketplace. So I can get rid of that filter. It was filtering by the artist, Sadie. I can focus it on. So there's the Creative Commons. This is stuff pulled from the web that has the Creative Commons license. That is not owned by MetaTailor, but then you've got the MetaTailor one right here. I can click on this one and just look at stuff created by MetaTailor. This is all just available to you users or you pro users out the gate, out the door, ready to go. So I've got all of these. We can just go ahead and hit apply or download on some of them. So let's go ahead and scroll through. Let's go back to our categories. We're still looking. Do we have any full body options? I've got a fun full body one in my content. If I have uploaded it, I might have it saved off to the side. So nothing right now from MetaTailor that's full body, but let's go ahead and just kind of go back to our shirt then. All right, so MetaTailor shirts. I've got a whole bunch downloaded as well from messing with it. My content, clothing, MetaTailor. Chainmail? How does that chainmail look? That's neat. Feels a little bit more like they're going to the Renaissance Fair. It doesn't quite fit. I was interested to see how that chain linking worked. Close out of that. Let's just do something simple. How about this checkered shirt? Yeah, that's matching. That feels nice. All right, so there we go. We got that checkered shirt. Let's find some pants. I'm doing all of this. Let's go ahead and find some pants. Category, pants, MetaTailor pants. Or even let's go ahead and take a look at our Creative Commons pants too. Cyberpunk pants, business suit pants, World War II pants. What kind of story are we telling? I'm thinking like streetwear kind of feeling. Something you'd see. Yeah. I don't know if that purple shirt's working as much with the streetwear, but maybe we can make some adjustments. Hey, everybody. Got a couple more viewers, a couple more people hanging out. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. This is just going through MetaTailor, messing around in the marketplace. I'm not doing anything fancy in Maya or Blender or Unreal. We're just playing with the MetaTailor marketplace. We got our meta experts hanging out in the chat with me. If you have any questions, I'm watching the chat as well to answer any questions live or demonstrate anything live within MetaTailor. If you have any of those questions, we had a whole slew of new users. So we're taking a step back and just kind of doing a basic stream, going over the basics for anybody who is unfamiliar with MetaTailor, just download it and wants to play with it or might be having any trouble with some of these basic features because it's outside the realm. There's nothing like this out there and it's fascinating. So it's a very powerful tool. Right now, we've got a huge sale going on, a holiday sale. We've got the link in the chat. If you need the link again, ask for it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow us on Discord in that community. We've got a lot of great support there as well. But like I said, we're just taking it easy today, just kind of adding stuff in MetaTailor and creating a character within MetaTailor. So far, I've added this frostweave beanie, this checkered pattern shirt, and I just added these tech streetwear pants. I don't know know what kind of look I'm going for just yet. Like I said, I don't know if this shirt is exactly what I want, but I can make some edits. I can make some changes now that I've downloaded it. One of the big things I want to do is I feel like I want to make this baggier. So I'm going to start by just kind of scaling the entire thing up a little bit and just making it feel like it wasn't necessarily, whoa, where'd it go? And it wasn't maybe necessarily made for this person, like a boyfriend tee or something like that. And hit confirm, just scale the whole thing up and let it retailor itself in. Ooh, it's tucking into the pants. I don't want that. Bring those streetwear pants down there. All right, so it's feeling a little big around our shoulders. Let's go ahead and bring it in a little bit. Just like that. That's feeling a little bit better. We can still make some edits. We can still make some changes. I'm going to minimize the beanie for a moment. You can see it feels billowy, but maybe a little bit too much in the arms. So let's go ahead and grab our, we'll add a little global shrink wrap. That works kind of okay. That's kind of in the realm I want to go for. Probably going to get rid of this shirt altogether here in a little bit, but this is a great way to show you some of those tools. And I can grab my shrink wrap tool. I can sculpt on the layered here and just kind of shrink wrap these arms. That's where I'm feeling like there's maybe a little bit too much. I don't need it in the body, just in these arms. Get rid of these kind of 90s shoulder pads feels. There we go. Not push pull, I can grab my grab. And I like really big broad brushes. If you've seen any of the live streams with me, I like my brushes big, broad, global changes, kind of maybe an old habit, or add a Z brush, just to kind of move the entire thing without pulling. Because if I do too fine of a brush, if I do too small of a brush, I find I'm pulling out like little points. And nobody wants little points. Confirm, let that retailor itself, remake itself. So some of that pulling, you can see I've artifacted the texture. I've kind of stretched the texture too far. So maybe this shirt really isn't the shirt I'm looking for, but it's doing a little bit better. It's getting, like this shape is, this drape is hitting a little bit more where I wanted. So that's pretty neat. Let's put our beanie back on. And we can come down here. And if we want to, we can start changing the color too. I can go into my saturation, dial my saturation up. Kind of go bring into our hue somewhere in this purple. Maybe kind of bring our value down a little bit darker, matching our streetwear. So you can see us starting to match a little bit better to the pants, creating more of a character, kind of like this street pop, matching our hi-fi vibes playing in the background kind of look to it. All right, so we've got that. I'll leave that on there for now. We'll probably come back around. Let's go ahead and find a jacket, something to go over the top. Now I've got some fun jackets. Let's go to my content clothing. Let's get rid of pants. I just want to look at jackets. Because I can go in here if I wanted to, and I could add some of these jackets that I've brought in from before. Date added, sort by descending. You could add the Star-Lord coat. This kind of, that doesn't quite fit, but I was actually looking at more so this Wolverine coat. This kind of feels like, maybe it's a little bit too big. Feels a little MC Hammer. But something like that. This is a completely different coat. It feels almost like something you'd see at a cosplay convention or something like that, where somebody's wearing half a costume, half an outfit, or just an iconic coat. You could bring in the Duster from Dresden. You could bring in some of the coats, like the coat from Firefly or something like that. You can bring in one of those iconic jackets that we love. The coat from Blade Runner. Oh, that'd be really cool to find if I could find that on Sketchfab. The coat that Ryan Gosling wears from Blade Runner 2049. Something like that. You could bring that into MetaTailor. And look at this. It gives, once again, it's telling a story. This person's kind of got this streetwear vibe. And this was the Wolverine coat from last week's stream. So it's a really neat coat. I really like the look of it. And it just kind of gives us this somebody I'd hang out with at a C2E2 or Comic-Con or something like that. So I really love the look of that. So got more people. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining. I'm just looking for a cool coat right now. I'm not going to give my whole spiel again, not at least for a little bit. This white Letterman jacket might look neat with this as well. Now we're no longer in kind of like somebody you'd see at Comic-Con or at one of those conventions. And now this feels like somebody from a Netflix movie. Like one of those, I Kissed 90 Guys, but this is the edgy friend. One of those teen rom-coms that Netflix seems to be punching out 100,000 a year. That's just the Letterman jacket, adding that Letterman jacket on top of it. So you got so many options. You can see I'm just effortlessly playing with the dynamic layering. If I wanted this shirt tucked in, I could do that. It becomes a different look. If I wanted different pants, I could turn these pants off, go back to our content browser, find some different pants, take off jackets, go back to our pants. I'm not going to do the Wolverine pants, even though those are neat. I can grab my... Let's see. These Skull Raider cargo pants. That tells a different story. Let's keep looking. Let's add another one. We got this Letterman jacket. What would go good? You can do blue yoga pants. It's completely different. So let's look at these cargo pants and these blue Letterman jackets and just see what kind of story this character tells. Apply. It's cautioning me because I've already got pants. So you want 2 pants? I'm like, yeah, I want for right now. I'm going to turn those yoga pants off for a moment. So you can see we've got these skull cargo pants. You can drag those down. Streetwear pants are turned off, right? No, they aren't. Turn off those streetwear pants. Or even get rid of those. There we go. And let's turn off effects layering on that just to see these cargo pants as they are. There we go. So those yoga pants were affecting the cargo pants. So once again, now we went from a little bit more like hi-fi pop. This has to be, yeah, this is absolutely Ethan. The amazing program just instantly works. All of these outfits work for any single avatar. You bring in your own avatars, you download one of the avatars we have available on the store, works on any avatar. One of our previous live streams, we had the outfits work on a horse. It works. It takes this dumb mesh that you pull from Maya, Blender, wherever it is, the static FBX mesh, and it turns it into this proprietary MetaTailor mesh that's smart and just moves with the character. I can show you here in just a second. Dial it up even more because this is just working. It's just flipping through, putting the outfits on. It takes it a step farther. If you jump into your viewport settings, you can play with female running. It went from catwalk into female running. You can scroll down. We've got, what's one of my favorite ones? I really like the uppercut receive. I was trying to take a picture of that earlier. But I couldn't get a good pose for our thumbnail. Go back to our bind pose. So all of this just works. It does the skin weighting. It does all the rigging and everything like that for you. All you have to do is import it, place a couple landmarks, make sure it matches your body, the avatar's body, and the clothing works not just for that avatar, but every other avatar. Sometimes it's small tweaks depending on body changes, body shapes, and stuff like that. But those tweaks are truly very tiny. It's just taking a brush and moving part of the side, using shrink wrap here and there, which we'll do that with these yoga pants right now. So that's the look with these cargo pants, these Raider cargo pants. Gives it a different feel. Let's go ahead and get rid of them. Throw on these yoga pants again. Bring these yoga pants down. I don't want them tucked. I don't want the jacket tucked in, but we can chuck the shirt into that because the shirt's underneath. All right, there's our yoga pants. Go back to our tools, content browser. Let's go ahead and reload these. Reset to original. There we go. Because of the other pants and stuff, they were struggling a little bit. So I just reloaded those. Bring those yoga pants down. They work. They're yoga pants. They could be tighter. We can go to our tools, grab our shrink wrap. I never really dial my shrink wrap all the way to 100. If I want these skin tight, I'm sitting in the 70 to maybe 90 range. And I can turn effects layering back on. I turned it off before. Let's delete them and re-import them. By doing too much at once, I must have caused an issue. Apply. Reapply. There we go. Effects layering. Perfect. Grab that shrink wrap. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Sitting in that 90 range. Getting real skin tight to the calves there like yoga pants are supposed to be. Drop them in the order. Shrink wrap a little bit more. That's 97. That's pretty good. I mean, you can see, like I said, high 90s, 100s. You might start seeing it clip through the skin. That's an easy fix if you need to. You grab your push-pull brush and just kind of tweak it there. Tweak it there. Tweak it up here a little bit. You can see where these pants are popping through, and hit confirm. But that's just one of the reasons it's just easier to not hit that layer. And once again, it tells a different story. Let's get different hair. This hair is a story element all on its own. So let's go ahead and find some different hair. And once again, just create a completely different character by flipping through. All right, let's go back to our marketplace. Back to hair. Get rid of pants. We could add bun with tails, left shoulder part, shoulder length, apply. Tells a different story. We're no longer the edgy beanie wearing teen. We're a little bit older. We're going to Whole Foods. Letterman jacket doesn't scream Whole Foods. Let's find a different jacket. Cardigan, that would screw. And this is from Sadie again. An amazing seller. You can become a seller, sell your own stuff on here. Ooh, that one could be Whole Foods. I'm looking for that uptight kind of yuppie look. Somebody who doesn't put their cart back, but insists on buying vegan pizza. That works. Louis Vuitton jacket. And you can see how that's all tucked in nicely. Let's go ahead and get rid of that jacket. It's a little bit too much. Looking for something open to see this checkered shirt underneath. I got a lot of stuff in here. Tan button down, that could work. It's more of a shirt than a jacket. Heavy gray hoodie, that'll work. Coming just from a run. There we go, that looks great. This person's cut me off at a Starbucks. And it's as simple as that. You can just create an outfit ready to go. You could turn this into an assembly if you wanted to. Assemblies are like groups of outfits. We have a whole bunch of assemblies. I'll do an assembly here in a second. But if you wanted to turn this into an assembly, if I remember how, yep, it's right here. It is hit this little folder right there, new assembly. I'll call this the Starbucks Karen. Confirm. And if I wanted to, I could drop that, and drop that into my assembly with the hair. Got that hoodie, rearrange all that. There we go. And I've now got a whole assembly. And that's saved, ready to go. If I wanted to drop Starbucks Karen on somebody else, I could do that. All right, let's go ahead. We're about halfway through the stream. So all of you who are new and joining us, welcome, welcome. This is our newbie stream. We had a whole bunch of new users pop over the holidays. So we're just taking some time, going through the basics, looking at MetaTailor as a whole. We jumped in, we imported this character. This isn't a meta-human from Unreal. About 2 or 3 streams back, we did a whole live stream on how to pull a character from Unreal, a meta-human from Unreal, and bring it into MetaTailor. And now we're just in here kind of dressing this character and just playing with what's available to a pro user in MetaTailor. There's a lot of stuff we're doing here that's also available to our free users, but to get the full functionality of what I'm doing, you have to join Pro, and you are in luck. Right now, we have a huge sale going on, a huge holiday sale for a whole year of MetaTailor. It is less than a single month of Autodesk Maya, and I am a big Maya user. I think it is incomprehensibly expensive for a single month of Maya, and you get MetaTailor for a whole year for that value, and that is amazing to me. We have the link in the chat. Take a look for that. If you can't find the link or have any issues, feel free to reach out, chat us. We'll happily send you that link to get you that discount, our big holiday discount, to get the pro version and do everything that I am doing. So that is the kind of goal of the stream. If you have any questions, any concerns, anything you'd like to see me do or emulate within MetaTailor, please let us know. We have meta experts hanging around with me, answering questions, and I'm watching chat and answering them as I see them as I go as well. So we're about halfway through. We've been playing with Bernice. Let's grab a different avatar so I can show you how easily an outfit just transfers to a different character, and we'll dress that character. We'll do something completely different. So I'm gonna go over to my avatars over here, and you can see I've got a couple in here. Oh, those are the ones in the marketplace. Let's go ahead and go to my content, find somebody new, and I'm gonna grab our default MetaTailor male. Just bring it right back to the guy we started with. Swap avatar. Would you like to swap the current equips? Yep. Transfer. Takes a beat. Zoom out. And it brings that whole fit back onto this character. Feels a little less like a Starbucks Karen on our male character. This feels more like he wants to tell you about his ska band. But that's okay, because we're changing this all together. So I can go ahead and get rid of that, and let's go ahead and grab a different assembly and show you how cool assemblies are. Assemblies and groups. In my content, there's the Star-Lord one from last week. Some of the other ones I've downloaded. Let's see, do I have any, are there any good new ones? One I haven't played with before? I mean, of course there's more new ones that I haven't played with before, but which one do I want to grab? I'm always stealing from the Shadowblade one. Here's one from Sadie. I can show you guys the try-on again. Let's see. Creative Commons, MetaTailor, we talked all about that a little earlier, but let's go ahead and so everything here, you can become a seller, create your own content, and put it up on our marketplace and make money off of it. So if you are a pro at making outfits, go ahead and apply to be a seller. Sadie is one of our big sellers right here. We can go ahead and hit try on. These are, Sadie's are very specific, it looks like, to more of a female character. Let's go ahead and do the Matthias set. It's not necessarily for this character, but I can just show you what it looks like when you try on an outfit before buying it. You have the option to try it on before buying it from Sadie. Like I said, the stuff that you purchase, the stuff that comes like that, that is other users selling on the marketplace, that are other people who love MetaTailor, MetaTailor Pro, and sell their content on here. The Pro subscription to MetaTailor gives you everything that was MetaTailor. If you look at the little M icon right here, the MetaTailor and the Creative Commons, that just comes with it. There's no additional cost to use those outfits. This is just for people who have created outfits and wanted to sell them on the marketplace. So once you purchase that Pro subscription, you get a massive library, and on top of that, you can bring in however much you want in. You can bring in your own stuff, export your own stuff, and have MetaTailor kind of be that in between, that creating the smart mesh, skidding these clothes, getting them on your character to bring them into Unreal, Maya, or another program altogether. So that is a fantastic use for Pro, is just importing your own content next. That's what I do a lot. And you can see that from our past live streams. I love just importing outfits and letting MetaTailor do all that hard work for me. So you can see right here, we've got a set. We just added this set, this Matthias, or I can't pronounce it, Matthias set, all right here. I just added it to our character. Skinned, ready to go, but it's highlighted in yellow, saying, hey, you can see this on your character. You can see your character manipulate or move in it with a skin weights test or a T-pose test. You can see how that looks on your character before purchasing it, and it's ready to go. So that kind of highlights it in yellow for you. I just wanted to show you that again, for those of you who are just joining us. All right, go back to our buying pose. Get rid of this. Let's go ahead and find something else. Content browser. Some cool military ones. There's a really cool military one I have saved. Doesn't look like it's in here. That's under accessories. Accessories are a whole nother animal. We'll take a look at that in a second. Clothing. Let's type in military. See if the one I'm thinking of shows up. Do I still have it is the other question. I could scour my computer because there's one I'm thinking of. But I'll hold off. Let's go back to our marketplace. And what do we want to make? What do we want to make this guy? Let's get inspired. I do Cyberpunk every now and then. Mad Max Biker. We could do Mad Max. Let's do something Mad Maxy or apocalyptic. Not cyberpunk apocalyptic. We can go for our dirty pants right here. That might be too dirty. I'm looking for somebody who's surviving the apocalypse, not somebody who is struggling with the apocalypse. Let's find a shirt. So now let's go start going through clothing. Find some shirts. Rough. That's the highest top. Rough, but not too rough is what I was looking for. Like that dirty t-shirt we were playing with before. That would be pretty good. Something that maybe they haven't cleaned recently. And what's really cool about this is a video out there for any of these outfits, any of these shirts. You can export them out of MetaTailor and bring them into a program like Substance Painter or Blender. And in there, you can change the design, change the textures. If you wanted to add your own grunge to it, you could do that. If you have access to those programs and those alpha brushes and stuff like that, you could add your own dirt and grunge to these shirts and re-import them back in. It's just re-importing a new texture. And I'll even show you where those textures are as soon as I find the kind of shirt that I'm looking for here. Let's see. Something that gives formal. The camo top could work. Let's download that for now. Wait for you to stop bugging. Warrior armor piece, my content. What kind of armor do I have? This orc armor is really cool. And I have ready to go here. Why are you not showing up? That's really strange. Something's wrong with that shirt. So let's go ahead and kill that shirt. But I really love the leather strappiness of this armor. Once again, this is starting to feel a little bit more like a zombie warrior. I'm losing the plot of apocalyptic warrior, somebody who's there, and leaning a little bit more into the zombie, which is fine. This armor, while cool, the leather strappiness of all this feels a little bit more like he patched it together himself. Let's go back to military. Or army. Oh, that's my content. Let's go back to marketplace. Navy. Couple of camouflages here. And blue camouflage shirt. Is this camo or is this something a little bit more? It's not quite camo. It's a little bit more funsy shirt. But like I was saying, you could change the material on this. You could change the color, the grunge, all of that by just changing these texture maps down here. You could just export this out, bring it into something like Substance Painter, create a new color, normal, rough, metallic matte, but depending on what you export out of Substance Painter, what you want it to do, and just reload those, bring in different ones. You could change the color in MetaTailor, but this is only a MetaTailor. The saturation, whoa, scroll too far. The saturation, the hue, the value of all this, changing that out, that is only affecting it in MetaTailor. It does not export out that color. This is only within MetaTailor, these changes that you make to the color. So we got a couple options there. We can throw that, we can make that a little bit more green. We can turn that on the orc right there. But let's see about kind of shoulder armor. My content, let's type in armor again. Or pauldron is a term I use a lot. Let's see what I have. All. Pauldron, shoulder. There's the orc shoulder, the adeptus shoulder, astronaut's shoulder pads. So I'll look at a little vicious again. Get rid of the armor there. Find some different armor. All right, that's interesting. So that's giving a little bit of a Fallout vibe. Get rid of those pants, find some different pants. You know, these are Adeptus Sororitas pants, but I like the skulls on the knees. Drag it beneath all this. I'll make them a little bit more skin tight too. You can feel like the pads are, because it's got some more feminine kind of hips and thighs to it, but we can get that in there. That's looking kind of cool. Need a cool belt. What kind of belts do I have? Something to break up this kind of tubular body, something big, thick. This belt right here, which is from Star-Lord. We got this fantasy belt right here. The Rogue utility belt, tech streetwear, Pirates belt and straps. This could kind of break up our silhouette a little bit. Put that on top. Ooh, that one's not liking. Why is this one being weird too? That's two items here that are being a little buggy, a little weird. So be gone, belt. Let's try the Rogue's utility belt. There it goes. Struggling a little bit with this armor. Let's shrink wrap that armor a little bit. Just stick it out pretty far. I want to bring that belt down, scale it out a little bit, confirm. I could drop it below. No, that'll drop it below the chainmail, which is a part of it. So I don't want to do that. There you go, kind of breaking up that silhouette. We could use more. I like the kind of hips that are on this one. This fantasy belt here could do that. Mechanic belt, mechanic tool belt. Something that kind of just drops down to the hip. Like that. That's working a little bit. Scale the entire thing up. Ooh. Oh no, it doesn't like me scaling the entire thing up. Get that in there. Let's go to accessories. We haven't talked about accessories yet. Hello, in terms of physics, what kind of systems does the system use? Is it optimized? Is it bone-based? Physics is a real-time system that uses collision and approximation. Well, let's do some physics. Let's cut it with these belts. Let's find, I was gonna do an accessory real quick. Just to kind of show you what an accessory kind of looks like, how it affects our character. What kind of accessories? I got some neat ones in here. What kind of accessories do we have in the marketplace? And then what I'll do is we'll look at some physics. That axe is pretty cool. Download the zombie farmer axe. So with an accessory, what it's going to ask is like, okay, where do you want to attach this? Do you want this to be in his hand and ready to go? And I could do that. Or I could, if I wanted to, once again, I could still keep trying to break up the look of this belt by adding the axe right there and taking that axe and dropping it below these two belts and have those belts kind of wrap around the axe. I could pull the axe probably like back a little bit and rotate it a little bit, trying to hit it behind these pouches right here, up a little bit, in a little bit, and hit confirm. And it's parenting it to the closest bone. It's looking, okay, what bone do you want this axe attached to? I gotta pull that head up a little bit more. If I had separated that head from the shaft, that would, and this would actually probably hurt the character. This is probably not a great place to put the axe in a sense of character design. But I don't want that axe head near the top of the belt there. I want this belt to be on the body and not trying to manipulate the axe at all. But you can see the belts wrap around that nicely. That's really cool. I'm going to get rid of the axe right now. That's an accessory. Let's find a cape. I know I've got a cool cape in here. I know we got some cool capes in here. Capes are neat for our physics. We'll take a look at our physics. Cape, category, not in accessories. We got to go all. There's the Spartan cape, cape mini dress. Anything in my content? I'm probably going to use that Spartan cape. Sea cape? I don't know what sea cape is. It doesn't have a... Oh, that was the Centurion cape. That's a little thick. I'm going to go back to our Spartan cape. I know I like that one. On top of everything else. There we go. So now let's go ahead and take a look at some physics. So hi everybody, welcome to the stream. We're just playing around with everything in MetaTailor, sticking to a MetaTailor stream right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the physics on this Spartan cape and what that does for us. So we can go to our physics preview right here. And once you're ready to go and add some physics to something, you want to make sure you have that item selected that you're adding the physics to. So I'm going to be adding it to the Spartan cape. And one thing I'm going to do real quick before I do that is I'm going to clear the shoulders, just some of this unnecessary stuff for the stream, so we're not worried about it lagging too much. I'm going to keep it, and these Adepta leggings are pretty heavy. But I'll keep so you can see it effect over the armor, and I'll just quick throw on a different pair of pants. My content. Let's grab some quick pants here. That Star-Lord jumpsuit was cool, but I'm not gonna do that. Wolverine pants, no, we'll do, what kind of pants do I have? We do the firefighter pants, we do the Master Chef pants. I'll throw this hat on, because I love this hat. Goofy little fisherman hat. And then pants, that's what I was looking for. These M pants right here. Those are some good quick pants. Drag those underneath everything. This armor's acting weird. And it always has been. It's always kind of sat out a little weird. So we want some armor for the chest. Let's toss on. We got a lot of cool armor. Sadie, they're Roman. Gladiator. All right, just quickly threw something on here. So it won't be too distracting from the actual cape physics we're about to play with. So we can go back in here, go to physics preview. Once again, you want to make sure you have the cape selected. You can see it's quickly generating all those proxy meshes for us. Cape selected, auto-generate parameters. It's being weird. Why are you not showing my physics? Yes. Manually paint the parameters. There's the object. This is gonna work. Paint blending. So you've got the object right here, and you get to choose based on strength. Full white means completely physics, completely moving. Full strength applied. Completely black means it's going to be completely static. Stuck to it, you can change your radius, bring that all the way down, and have it really sticking at that point right there, and hit confirm. Bind pose. Okay, there it goes. Strange. Let's take a look at a cool one. Male sprint. So you can see that cape hitting the feet. Jump from there, and it's got that strong paint right there where it's buttoned to the front. And the physics just work. So we're not paying attention to the pants. We're paying attention to the cape. Pants are thrown on very quickly. If you wanted to keep painting those parameters, you could. We could flood it all the way, flood. And you can see it stick. You could take that, oops, this one, and hit flood again. Where was it? I missed it, flood. And you can see this whole top is kind of bouncing on as if it's buttoned to itself and not actually affixed to the character. We can once again grab that radius. That's a pretty good radius. Strength, negative. And you could kind of slowly pin that point right about there to his jacket. I'm gonna grab a bigger radius, throw that in, there it goes. So beautiful secondary action, even primary action on that. But mostly, I love this physics for the secondary action in the animation, especially on small things like jewelry or hoses or anything like that that kind of move and jiggle with the character. I feel like the physics for that is really where it excels. This cape, though, this is working beautifully. I mean, look at that. And I just did a quick proxy mesh right now. It's not anything I had saved or preloaded. I just did that now. There was no physics applied to this cape until I hit that button, auto generate, and it generated almost perfectly. And we could try other things. Stand to cover to look. And you can see maybe I don't like how wiggly it is right here. I could grab that, manually paint parameters, paint blending, and it's right under here. I can tighten that up a little bit. And look, still has that movement here. Maybe it's a little bit too much right up in here. And I can look at that as it's going. And there you go. I can make those little adjustments. Climbing a pole. I'll make a man out of you. Feels like Mulan. Punching bag. Just moves so well. All right, we're getting near the end of our stream. Lost a couple of our viewers, which is absolutely fine. We've been playing with it. We've been showing you all these different options. If there's anything you'd like to see, quick drop in the chat. I'll take the time to show you. Otherwise, I'll be using these last 8 minutes or so, just kind of noodling around, taking a look at what other cool things that are in here. We can go back to our design. Oops, let's go back to our line pose. Hit back design. But this was, like I said, we're nearing the end of the stream here. Thanks for those of you who joined us for our little newbie stream right here, showing you all the different features within Pro, reminding you that there's a fantastic discount on Pro right now. Jump in, grab it, do everything that I'm doing and more. What staff picks do we have? Oh. Ooh, I haven't seen that Skybound Aviator. That one's cool. Is this part of a set? Let's look at Vanguard. Oh, it's got that one kind of cool skull mask. Let's add that. Download. I really like the look of that. Not quite big enough. I'll probably tweak that a little bit. This feels a little bit more like a masquerade mask. I was imagining something kind of wrapping around the head a little bit more. So let's kind of scale that up, push that in, and hit confirm. And see what it does. All right. You can see I'm kind of pushing the face through the mask and it'll adjust for me. And so something a little bit bigger like that looks a little, in my opinion, looks a little cooler. Something that wraps fully around the head like that. And I can come in and grab my shrink wrap if I wanted to. Sculpt unlayered. And let's see what that looks like, kind of like in here, or even grab. I don't need these eye sockets here to be as big, so I can kind of pull those forward, pull them out a little bit. Really manipulate this. Maybe turn my radius down a little bit. Might be a little bit too intense. But you can see I can just kind of manipulate that into what kind of shape I was imagining. Apologize for a little bit of the crudeness of the grab. I am using a mouse. I'm not using a Wacom. Pull this stuff way back up. Even that asymmetry right there kind of creates a cool little look about it. All right, that's looking a little bit more intense in my opinion. What other helmets do we have to put on top of that? Do a biker helmet, police helmet, stuff like that will look cool on top of it. That looks a little bit, be a little campy. I love campy, but that's not what I'm going for right here. So definitely one of these. If we're looking for scary, it's going to probably be the zombie helmet right here. Keep the cape, lose the pants, lose the work shirt. Hide the cape for now. We'll get some other stuff into place. Let's find... Really, let's find a... something scary. That rusted armor could work. Plague coat top could work. This with stuff underneath it like this, with some stuff on top of it, I think we can start to get to work for us. You know, it's a pirate shirt, but it's got some of that grunge I was kind of looking for before. So now let's throw some like armor. This is female armor. Let's see what this female armor looks on top of. It still has the bosom. It does not hide that part of the armor. It's cool armor, though. The opposite works. Male armor on female armor works really well. Female armor on male armor, we can see it has something to be desired. Oh, we can put this orc armor on. That'll be cool. This kind of like fleshy strips of skin with our horrifying movie character here. Still need some better pants and maybe even a jacket. Let's clear that. Let's go back to jackets. Something dirty, something grungy. The Cyberpunk Rebel one's pretty cool. It might be too cyberpunk though. Same with that styly coat. Look at those dynamic layers. That might be too much. Yeah, that's too much. I want something to break the silhouette of the shoulders. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I don't want to keep leaning on that orc pauldron that I have. I'm looking for something else. Brunhilde at elbow could be cool. Astronaut shoulder pads might be too much. Yeah, they feel like astronaut shoulder pads. Let's go back to pants for a beat. Once again, these don't feel scary. I'm looking for something haunting. The orc pants. That's such a good set. I mean, that's the problem with it. It has chainmail though, so we can find something that's not... The World War II pants would be nice. Get a nice boot in there. That'll add to the... Get rid of the orc pant. Add the World War II pants. Put those above the pirate shirts. The pirate shirts tucked in. Pull those up a little bit. Scale them up a little bit. Confirm. shrink wrap them. Make them a little less baggy. There we go. Definitely needs a belt. Once again, needs a cool belt. We got the cape. We got this kind of terrifying look. But before we get that belt, let's get some boots on there. We're going to do this whole thing with no shoes. Let's get some shoes. Shoes. I know we got some good military boots, some snow combat camo boots, cyberpunk boots, Lynx boots, Brunhilde boots, tech streetwear, World War II boot, pirate boot. And there's even more if I go out. That's just my content. If I go to the marketplace, a lot more boots. Oh, those Stormwalker boots, or these Tech W boots. Like I said, I'm looking for something scary. Santa boots, absolutely terrifying. See this guy walking at you with Santa boots on? I'd run the other way. Wasteland Warrior, that might work. It's a little high. Tactical Desert boots, that might be good. I think I'm leaning towards these snow combat boots, though. That's twice I've seen those. Get those boots on top, tuck those pants into those boots. And if we wanted to, once again, we can go into these values. These saturations, these hues, these values, this stuff is a little bit more, this is only within MetaTailor. This does not exist outside of MetaTailor when you add this little bit of color to it, like that. Oh, boots, boots. Value. Oh, they've got some pretty distinct color maps, so that brown is not really transferring over. That's okay. All right, this is a pretty terrifying guy. Wrap it up with, once again, a cool belt, some sort of something to break up the silhouette of the body here. We're looking for character design. We're talking about character design, the silhouette of this character. It's okay. Arms are cool. Shoulders need some work. Helmet's cool. Hips need some work. Legs and boots with these pockets here. That's some good silhouette right there. But we really just need something to break up the monotony of his waist here. So that's what I'm looking through the content. This belt is too techy. It's got some really great breaking of the silhouette, though. It's some really interesting shapes and designs in there with that belt. Like that. That's from our Star-Lord. I love the way that breaks up the shape. That's exactly what we're looking for, but I'm looking for something a little bit more wastelandy. That's the Centurion belt. What did the Centurion belt look like? It kind of works. That plus some other things could work. Not horrible. Definitely feels like he picked some stuff up along the road as he was going by. Throw some dog tags on there. These are Wolverine's dog tags, but we can just use them for dog tags. On top of everything else. Need a little tweaking. That starts to tell a story, especially if you start to like slip that underneath the cape, but over the armor. See, we're starting to tell a story there. Where's the Adepta pauldrons? Let's go to my content. Everything. What did I call those? Let's try spelling it correctly. Yeah, these might be a little too sci-fi-y. Adepta's waistline belt is also very cool at breaking up that silhouette. Ooh, we're getting to the end of our playlist. We're at the end of our playlist. Go back to... No, we're still doing good. This is the last song on the playlist. So let's bring it back to the top. Just to keep it royalty-free. So these shoulder pads are neat. They're a little bit too Warhammer 40K-y. So let's go ahead and close out of that. And let's wrap it with... I mean, that's... Like I said, this waist right here. What if I combine these two waists? What does that look like? Or take one over the other. The one problem with one of the major problems with the Adepta stuff is it is a super high poly count. So it might not be a great idea that I'm adding that on there. What this is telling me is I gotta find some cooler shoulders. I need to find some spiky shoulders. something other than my orc shoulders. All right, while that's thinking, thank you all. We're really nearing the end of the stream. I keep threatening that, and I keep going on and on, but truly, I think I'm going to wrap it up right about here once we take a look at any sort of shoulders. Oh, the Adepta thing is way too high. Look at that. It doesn't even know where to go. Up there it goes. All right, so that's sitting right there. It's still calculating. Like I said, super high poly count. I probably should have, would have, could have done something else. But this was our beginner stream, our newbie stream. We had a whole slew of new people join us over the holidays who wanted to take it a step back, go through the basics, show you all the cool stuff that MetaTailor can do, show you all the stuff that you can do with the Pro version. If you're interested in getting the Pro version, I highly recommend it. It's on sale right now. A whole year is cheaper than Autodesk Maya. The monthly cost, if we break it down, is... I'm opening up the link. Hopefully I don't crash the stream by doing this. For a year, it is $268 over 12 months. That's $22. That's amazing. That's for a whole year. Normally that is $336. Saving almost $67, 20% off. An amazing deal for all this functionality that I have. But yeah, we're wrapping up the stream right about now. Probably can kill it here as we fight with the Adepta waste. Taking it a step too far with, like I said, a really big... I'm gonna kill the... Bear with me while I kill MetaTailor the hard way. Let's stop it from grabbing that Adepta waste. I was doing too much. That's always my issue. I fly too close to the sun. I burn up. All right, so like I said, that's about the end of our stream. You saw I was playing with it, saw those options. We looked at the dynamic layers. We looked at the marketplace. We looked at the tools that we have available to us. We looked at changing avatars. We talked a little bit about the physics and everything like that, changing the colors, swapping stuff out. So we covered a lot. Overall, the basics of everything. And each one of those things we can dial in and go a little bit deeper into all of those things. Specifically, tools has so much functionality in there, so many different things that you can play with. If you go back into some of our previous live streams, you can see me playing with a little bit more in depth with some of those tools and how to manipulate the imports and stuff like that to work with your characters and work with your avatars. But that's it. Like I said, newbie stream, hanging out. If you have any questions, concerns, quandaries outside of the stream, please join us on our Discord channel. We've got amazing users and MetaTailor experts there to answer any of your support questions. If anything comes up, MetaTailor, Unreal, Maya, Blender, all relating to MetaTailor, we've got a whole massive knowledge base on our Discord that can help you figure out what might be going wrong. On top of that, make sure you like and subscribe down below, hit that bell, whatever you need to do to catch up with these streams that are run usually every Saturday around 9 p.m. And that's about it. So any of you who are hopping on right now, sorry that you missed it. Go back and watch it. It's a lot of fun. We just played with the character. Go back and watch some of our previous streams. I think last week's stream was one of my favorite streams, doing the Marvel Rivals outfits. That was a load of fun. So go back, take a look at some of those, and I'll see you around later. Go get dressed. Bye.